So I've never been a particularly coordinated person, even as a kid. So when I was 6, to boost my self-confidence, my mom decided to enroll me in a tap dance class. And I was the worst person in the tap dance class by a long stretch. Except for this one other girl who's in the tap dance class. And I don't want to use her by name, so let's just call her mentally retarded. Or Mr. We'll call her Mr. for short. So Mr. was 2 years younger than me and mentally retarded. It wasn't much of a confidence booster to learn when you're 6 years old that you're already the worst at something. I feel like you have the whole rest of your life to figure out that you're the worst at something, and I've already peaked. Which is a good thing, because maybe now I won't be a negligent mother, or like a nosy neighbor, or the most racist grandma. So one day in class, my teacher announces that we're not going to do tap dance that day, and I'm relieved. And she says that instead we're going to all learn how to do a cartwheel. And as soon as she says this, I see this one girl, Brittany, at the front of the class, and she shoots up her hand so fast in the air, and she's like, I already know how to do a cartwheel. So we go over to the blue mats, and I get the first part, the hands, and then I just fall. So by the end of this class, everyone else could do a cartwheel. Mr. could do a cartwheel. So a couple weeks ago, I'm walking around campus, and I have my headphones in, I'm not really paying attention. And I see this girl waving at me, and I don't recognize her at all. And she starts to get a little bit closer to me, and then all of a sudden, her face just clicks in my mind. I'm like, that's Mr. from my tap dance class. So not only does it turn out that she's not a Mr. because she was walking to the physics building, but I still can't do a cartwheel. So a couple weeks ago, I was at Walmart with my boyfriend, and we go to the checkout counter, and he offers to pay for me. And the cashier says, oh, you got a man that wants to pay for you? So we're walking out to the car, and I turn to my boyfriend, I'm like, hey, how funny was that when the cashier was like, oh, you got a man that wants to pay for you? And he's like, but that's not what happened. Like, here's what happened. We walked up to the cashier, I offered to pay. The cashier, who happened to be a black woman, said, oh, that's so nice that you have a man that wants to pay for you. So it turns out that this is an important story because from this story, I found out that I am a racist. At the beginning of the story, it's completely irrelevant that she's a black woman working at Walmart. Now that's the core of the story. Thank you so much.